the good team and the bad team. Howdy there. This is Greg Grasshopper. Just answer me one question. What's the most important element in teamwork? Why, it's getting along, of course. Some of you freaks may be disagreeing on this, but see for yourself. Here is a story starring two separate teams. One that gets along nicely and another that doesn't. Let me tell you it. Once, there was a team of 4 good recruits. They were all good and each one of them had defeated one villain. The names of each member were Larry Ladybug, Oliver Opossum, Albert Ant, and Barney Bee. And then, there was the bad team of 4 bad recruits. They were all bad and had each been defeated by one hero. The names of these members were Toad, Tierney Tick, Marvin Mosquito, and Shannon Squirrel's Ghost. Shannon was the most angry out of all the villains. She wanted revenge on all of the heroes. And, because of this, Shannon thought she was in charge of the whole team. All right everyone, listen up, she yelled. Now we're all angry, right? Toad, you're angry at Larry Ladybug for impaling you. Tierney, you're angry at Oliver Opossum for eating you. Marvin, you're angry at Albert Ant for ripping you apart. And I, Shannon, am angry at Barney Bee for deflating me. Not only am I mad at him, but at everyone else as well. So I say, we all get our revenge. And then after that, Shannon started laughing like a maniac. Moo-hoo ha ha ha. Moo-hoo-hoo ha ha ha. Ah, Shannon, said Toad, you know you should be continuing your speech instead of laughing like an idiot. What? Boomed Shannon Squirrel's Ghost. Shut up and listen to my plan. I have a plan that requires you, Toad. Follow me and I'll show you where to go. And they all followed her. The good guy team had overheard their conversation. They wanna get revenge on us, said Albert, and we better think of a plan to stop them. So Shannon Squirrel took them to a tree. So Toad, she said, you must go up that tree and throw that wasp's nest down at those goody two-shoes. Do I have to? Said Toad. Yes, Shannon screeched. Okay, said Toad, rather afraid. So he and Shannon went up. After they went up, Toad asked Shannon, should I pick up the nest immediately and then throw it straight down after? Yeah, stupid, Shannon Squirrel's Ghost said. So Toad picked up the nest, but he lifted it up so high that when he threw it, Shannon's ghost got trapped inside. Oh no, Toad yelled. His yell caused the heroes to look up. Run, yelled Larry, and they did. The wasp's nest crashed and broke apart and Shannon's ghost got stung a lot. Meanwhile, the rest of the bad team were helping Shannon by putting ointment, bandages, and ice on her. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't just fire you right now, Toad, said Shannon. Because your next plan requires me, said Toad. No, yelled Shannon. My next plan requires both Tierney and Marvin. Ya no, Shannon. Why don't you just use your magical ghost powers to heal away all the wounds? Asked Toad. You imbecile! Shouted Shannon. I could have thought that myself. And then she healed quite quickly. If you have a brilliant idea, just wait until I think of it. Maybe we should just get along better, said Marvin Mosquito. We are all evil after all. It should be easy. No remarks, Shannon yelled. Now let me tell you the plan. Tiny Tick goes on top of your head, Marvin. After that, you put this cloak on. Then you go after and scare that team right towards my trap. Me. Okay, said Tierney and Marvin. Tierney went on top of Marvin and then they put the cloak on and went after the good team. The good team was cooperatively talking about their plan when they saw a big ugly flying monster. They all went. The monster was chasing them around everywhere until the thing smacked into a rose. Let's get out of this joint, said Albert and they did. Tierney and Marvin took the cloak off only to find Shannon's ghost staring at them. Never mind. I'll do this myself. I'll simply go and find them and appear and terrify them so they become petrified and stiff so I can go and throw them in the Eridanus River. So Shannon's ghost was waiting behind the grass while the good gang was walking through. She was about to come out when a branch had fallen from the tree. Branch! Yelled Barney. Then all of them ran as fast as they could while screaming when the branch hit a mud puddle, getting mud all over Shannon's ghost. Then, Shannon was choking and spitting out all of that mud that got in her mouth when the rest of the group showed up. Dude, you're supposed to be getting revenge by now. Not spitting and choking like an idiot, said Toad. You shut up, Toad, yelled Shannon. I am your leader and you better remember that. Actually, said Marvin, I think Tierney Tick would make a better leader. She defeated a whole camp plus would have gotten that counselor too if it weren't for that stupid opossum. Yeah, said Toad. She would. Then Marvin and Toad were endlessly chanting, Tierney Tick for leader, Tierney Tick for leader, Tierney Tick for leader. Shannon was furious when she heard this. I'll get you for this. I'll get you all for this. Just you wait and see. Just you all wait and see. And with that, she left. Then, Tierney, Toad, and Marvin set off to get revenge on Barney, Larry, Oliver, and Albert. Well, now there are only 3 over here and 4 over there, said Toad. We now have a slimmer chance of winning. Well, Toad, said Marvin, you're fat. Tierney's sneaky, and I have a well-developed sense of aptitude. It is still possible we'll win. So what do we do? Asked Toad. Simple, said Tierney. I'll suck out all their blood and then we all carry them to the Eridanus River. Now Tierney Tick had gotten up right toward the group when Oliver Opossum had smelled something yummy. Yummy Tick, said Oliver. He took his head over towards the luscious scent and took out his tongue. Tierney Tick ran for her life after that. What are you doing? Said Toad. You're supposed to be sucking out their blood, not with that opossum knowing where I am by smell, said Tierney. His tongue was 2 inches away from me. I'm getting out of here. And then she left too. Now there's only 2 of us left, said Toad. We can do it, said Marvin Mosquito. Why don't you crush them with your fat self? Sure, said Toad. The good team had finally gotten to their bunker whilst Toad and Marvin had been following them. Toad was right behind the grass and Marvin was right behind him. But then, Toad looked around himself and got very scared. Thistles! He screamed. Then he ran. What was that? Said Albert and they all turned around and saw Marvin Mosquito. Just one villain, said Oliver. We can take care of this. But Toad, being very desperate and all by himself, decided to join forces with the good team. He came up from behind and asked, Mind if I join forces with you? You're kidding, right? Said Larry. No, said Toad. I'll even help you capture the other villains. Great, said Albert. Now there's one more on our team and one less on their team. So Albert, said Barney, why don't you rip apart Marvin Mosquito now? Will do, said Albert. And he went over and ripped up Marvin into millions of bits. Tierney Tick was hiding in the rose garden where she could hear nothing but a voice behind her say, I told you I would get you. Tierney immediately turned around and saw Shannon Squirrel's ghost behind. Help! She screamed. Then, out came the heroes. Oliver Opossum went and ate Tierney Tick. No, she said. Then, Toad shone a flashlight at Shannon's ghost. Bye-bye Shannon. You freaking idiot, said Toad. We did it, said Albert. Our team won. It is so much better when everyone cooperates and gets along because there's a much higher chance of succeeding. So remember, kids, it is always better when you cooperate and get along because it is easier to succeed that way. So don't be a stupid freak and be like one of those people who get into arguments on purpose. Those guys are dumb. Greg Grasshopper signing out.